You know Power BI, but still you have lots of questions in your mind. How does it happen? Why it happens? How can I do that? This is the series for you. Subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to get the notifications. Hello and welcome to another video on abstract thesis series, and in today's video we are going to discuss one use case which you have asked over the Power BI community. And let me explain you what use case you have asked, and then let me tell you how do I solve it. So basically the use case which you have asked is basically, let's say I have brands. Now the brands should be sorted based on the net, and then I wanted to give the previous rows margin. So basically you wanted me to give the offset. So offset can give us the previous row, previous months, previous quarter, previous year. We have done that in the past. So you wanted the previous offset, which is basically like this. So minus one offset here, but you wanted the sorting should be based on the net for the brand, not based on the brand. So basically till now what we have done when we use month here, even if you remember when we done offset was done on basically the categorical variable. So basically month here is basically month, and month here we were using, we have done sorting on that. Now we want a sorting on the major, and then we want the offset of another major. Now what I've done is I have tried the offset, and then I end up using two more ways to get it. So if you remember when we done the Windows function and the index function, we were able to see that by using some tricks we were able to use the major. So what I've done is, first thing I tried out, can I go ahead and simply use that trick to make sure that I can get a minus one index based on the sorting of the net on the index function. So let me try out that so offset function. So basically let me try out the offset first of all. So how do we use the offset first of all? Let's try that out. So we use offset function. So how do we use offset? We'll say calculate net, and I'll tell you step by step. This is how we do it. Net, and then we use offset. We say minus one for previous row, and then we say all selected or all depending on what we are running, item brand. And then we say order by is optional if you are only wanted to use the same columns, but let me also specify order by here. So order by item brand, here I'll begin with the item brand, and then let me calculate. Now to make sure that I'll show you the complete stuff, let me duplicate this page and let me call it offset. And as we are going to create new things, let's remove all these and let's add offset, and then we'll compare. Once we are able to achieve these things, we'll compare. So let's bring in offset. So now as you can see offset, now I have to do the sorting on the brand to make sure that you understand that this is the previous one which is coming. So now the next thing happens is, can't we do based on the net? So right now the offset is based on the brand. So when I sort on the brand, you can see, okay, this is the minus one offset. But that's what not my wish. My wish is basically I wanted to have the basing on the net, and then once I'm able to get based on the net, I will be able to display the margin. It is just the display of another variable. Okay, fine. So what should I do next? So what I'm going to do here is basically I say, okay, the trick what we have used in the past is basically what we used to say is basically summarize, and then all selected. In the all selected we used to say sales, and then item brand in my summarize. Now in the summarize also we used to add one more column, which is, let's say, underscore net, and in the net we are going to use net. Now this finishes my summarize. Then we used to go to order by and forcefully enter underscore net, because it is not going to take that underscore net, and then we used to say descending. Then we used to end the offset or Windows function, and we do it. Fine. The moment I does that, and that was the trick we were doing there. The calculation based on the brand offset cannot be summarized. Okay, close. And let's say plus one, minus one, something can do. Or we give a major, let's say nat here itself. Something try out just. Okay, the same kind of error keep on coming. Okay, so now we know that this is something we try a little bit differently. Let's put here again. It works. Now we have set descending. So basically if I sort it here like this, the last one, based on the last one it is coming, and if I make it ascending, based on the first one it's going to come. Fine. So what I've done is basically I found out two ways to do it. One is I remember that offset, I was able to use that. So I said, okay, let's try to do offset now. But offset is basically the absolute numbers. So what I say, how can I get absolute numbers? What I decided, I will create a rank measure. So to do that, I created a rank measure. So what I've done is basically I went ahead and created a rank, net rank, and I've created quite a few ranks. So net rank demo, let me call, so that we use, even if I use the other one the same way I've created it. So you can see so many ranks I've created. Rank X, all or all selected based on what you wanted to do later on. So I'm going to use all selected. Item brand, then I'm saying net, because I want it to have rank based on this one, then descending order and dense. This is my rank. So I got my rank also. Now I said, okay, now, and let me now sort on the net, because that's where I wanted to. Now what I decided done is that this rank is there. I say let's begin with the offset. Offset we already tried. So now let's begin with the index function. So I say previous net margin, previous net's margin. So I say calculate margin percentage, then offset. Now offset takes, offset function, what does it happens is basically sorry, we want to use index function. We want to use the index function. Now index function takes a position, and typically the position may be relative or basically the absolute position. So basically it gives you the absolute position. It's not like Windows where you can give relative. There's no option to do that. So if I say 0, it would be 0 absolute position. So I say, okay, fine, give a rank. Now here I am going to use the demo rank. Okay. So where is our demo rank? Demo rank -1. So I say whatever is demo rank, take the -1. Relationship, I want all selected. Item brand. But I don't want item brand, isn't it? I want the sorting on the net. So what I need to do here is, I remember here I can use summarize all selected, sales, item brand, comma, a new column, which is going to be my underscore net, and I can give a net there. Once I get net, I can close on the summarize. I will get order by. Forcefully I can write down underscore net here, comma DESC, descending order sort. I don't need any partitioning right now, so I close the index function, I close the calculate function. Now I bring in this new calculation, which is previous net margin. Now the numbers, I make it as a percentage one so that you see in the same one. So 13.16, 13.08, 13.31, 28, and so on. So now what is happening? We are getting the previous rows margin percentage, and it is sorted on the net. So what is able to achieve? We are able to get an offset here. Now remember that rank is one of the function we might not want to use here with these ones, but there are so much things this rank can give us here when it is being used here. Now this is the one way, and this is the, if I go to the page here, that's the second formula which I got it. Now there is one more way, which actually I've done initially. That way is basically using the window function. Okay, so now we got the rank function. Now window function is basically, again with the window function, if you don't use absolute, you can't use the order by. And I've already done a video on that. Previous video, please refer for that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the previous nets margin one. Okay. and this time I'll say calculate and net. Now when I use window function, the challenge with me is that I have to use the absolute values, and I can't use absolute values, so I say rank, and demo rank is something which I want. Demo rank -1, I say whatever is the rank in the current position, and that's the absolute number you have. And again the demo rank -1. Both are -1. So one I am, so start from -1 and end at -1 absolute position. That's what the messaging is. Then what we need is, we need summarize, all selected, sales, item brand, new column net, in the summarize, net is closed. Let's see, all selected, summarize is closed, comma, order by underscore net. It's going to give an error here, no worries. Descending, it just shows the error, it is not going to give you error. Windows is close, and calculate. Now in the calculate I don't need net, I need actually margin. If both are absolute, then it should not, we forgot something here. Here -1 comma absolute. Now we got this one also, let's bring in this one. Now let's make it percentage column, and then you will observe one difference, and that we have to correct. Now what happens in case of Windows function, when you use 0, offset also act as the first offset. So it's, you can see the 0, it's the rank 2 -1 is something which you get 1, and the 0 is also acting as the offset 1. Okay, so rest all things are matching, only this is coming additional. So that's where you need to put a particular condition here. If rank is greater than 1, then give this, otherwise give blank. Also, we, in this case I don't want actually grand total, so this will actually do that job also for me, because the grand total is not making sense here. So what we have said here is basically, if rank is okay, we need to set demo rank. So if demo rank is greater than 1, then we will get this, otherwise we need to get the blank. And anyway, this grand total was not making sense, because unless we do the calculation again, that's not going to make sense. And here in this case, what is the -1 offset of a brand? So -1 brand has to be subtracted. So we can do a separate calculation if needed, grand total, for the grand total. So now what happens is, we got, in the both the ways we got the same results. As you can see, there is a sorting on the net, and we are getting the previous net, and it's kind of a previous offset which we have got using Windows as well as the index function. So go ahead and try that out, and do let me know what else you want me to cover in this particular series. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you. Keep watching, keep asking questions in comments, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for new videos. Thank you.